Hi, Donnie here, and welcome to another Donnie Say Something Quick Hit with the Dallas Cowboys. One word described this game with Houston and Dallas last night. Weird. I mean, it was, and it started weird early. Metal fragments from the top of the roof, the AT&T Stadium started to fall down. Not to worry, no one didn't get injured, but that was weird. I mean, falling fragments. And the Cowboys' intent was to have the roof open, and it didn't happen. So they decided to close the roof and make it an indoor game totally all the way around. And it was even weirder with the first play. Nico Collins from the Texans, he was on the IR. Well, he's off the injured list into the lineup. And he had an 80-yard run for a touchdown. But it was turned away on a holding call. So Cowboys caught a break, but the break didn't last long. Uh, Joe Mixon got his first of three touchdowns, and the first one was from 55 yards, and he ran it in, and the Cowboys were down 7-0. And then Nixon got another touchdown, 14-0. It looks like it was going to be a blowout. And then the Cowboys rallied. Javante Turpin was on the other end of a Cooper Rush pass, and that catch and run was spectacular. I've never seen a wide receiver run so fast in a short amount of time, and that brought the score to 14-7. And then both teams traded field goals, and at the half, Cowboys were down 17-10. They had a shot with this one. I mentioned this game was weird. And Brandon Aubrey had a weird night. Get this, he made the first field goal. That's good. Second field goal from 40 yards, he cranked the upright and missed. And what happened, his plant foot slipped. He didn't get traction on it. So Cowboys missed on that. And the third attempt was a 65-yard field goal. And it was good. But the Cowboys decided to take the penalty, slap in the face, and that was a personal foul. They decided to take the play instead of taking the points. And you don't do that. You take the points any which way. And the Cowboys decided to turn that away. That was a bad move, just like that fake punt that they did early on. So, Cowboys were facing 4th down and 2 at the 5 in the red zone, and they didn't get it. So Cowboys ended up staying behind, and then if that wasn't bad, this was worse. A fumble in the 4th quarter, and Cooper Rush fumbled the ball. While the offensive lineman recovered, fumbled it again, and then Houston Texans defense did a stupid score, and they ran it in for a touchdown. That was it. That was your final score. 34 Houston, 10 for the Cowboys. It was a rough night all the way around. And if you're looking for numbers, Cooper Rush, 354 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception on that game. So it was a rough night for the Cowboys again. They lost at home again. They lost at home by 20 points or more. And they're going up to Washington to face the Commanders. And Daniels will be off the Commanders had a long week because they played on a Thursday night. And it'll be first time meeting Dan Quinn. So we'll see how the Cowboys do on that. Okay, if there's one good thing about the game last night was this. Dallas Cowboys Cheerleader Alumni Weekend. They do this every year as a real cool thing. And the reunion, the alumni got on field to perform at halftime. ESPN showed a little bit of it, 15 seconds. Scott Van Pelt and Chris Berman. You could give up an extra minute or two to show for the cheerleaders to show off what they can do. And all I can say is this: you guys will get your plenty of airtime, and math said something. So ESPN, I had to get on you for that, for not showing more of what the cheerleaders can do. So anyway, they performed well, and I got some shout outs for you. Cheerleader shout outs, by the way. A couple of Dallas Cowboys alums that I know. So, alright then. So, shout out to Pam Seal, Don McPeak, and Debbie, and Candy Causey. There are some Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders that look great then, and they look great now, and they did a great job last night. It's a real cool thing what they do every year to put the alumni weekend together. So, Cowboys 3-7, and next week, this is the challenge week. They play 2 games in a week. They go to Washington, take on the Commanders, and after that, we got the New York Giants on Thanksgiving Day. Little note: if you want the first round draft pick to come to Dallas, you might want to root against the Cowboys to win. In other words, root for them to lose. You might want to do that the rest of the season as the Cowboys try to get in a draft position which they could rebuild the franchise. Because it's been a brutal season so far, and this is about it. The only way they can do it is like throw some games. Crazy for me to suggest that, but they gotta do what they gotta do. Anyway, so that'll do it for another Donnie Sports Say Something Quick Hit with the Dallas Cowboys, and we'll talk. Actually, I have to do 2 shows, so I gotta be working hard here. So we'll have a show after the Commanders game and another one after the Giants game on Thanksgiving Day. So be on the lookout for that. And like I always say, the Donnie Sport 17 Network, Donnie Say Something Quick Hit podcast. You can catch it. Facebook.com/Donnie Sports 17 Network, YouTube.com/Donnie Sports 17 Network, and wherever you get your podcast. And if you want to follow the hashtag on top of my head, there's your Addy right there. So until then, I gotta fire up closing music. Gotta do that there. Hang on. Da-da-da-da-da. Blast it. See you next week.